Hey, how you guys doing? I'm back Lex. So the T110E5 Grizzly Jack of all trades, D-Smack and I. So I rate this as a 5-star tank out of 6 being the maximum. I've given it 6 stars in the past, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it really is a versatile tank. I mean, it can do the jobs of other tanks, but it's not exactly the best for it, but this is kind of proof of that. That is, I'm going to go ahead and back up a medium tank. Me and Tom are going to go ahead and back up a medium tank here. He's playing medium. He's in his Action X, and I'm in the T110E5. I get bored really quick, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that most of the Tier 10 bat matches that you guys have seen in the last week were all done in almost one day, which is kind of funny, and we're talking one after another. Of course, there's the Type 5 Heavy. I think that was my second time ever seeing it. I've actually seen it on the PC because, well, let's just face it, my Panther 88 is notorious for getting into pretty horrific matches. But I do get same tiers, but it's usually like 2 bad and then 1 good, and then I could play up to 6 on PC. So as you can see, this is not a route that you would normally take in this tank. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I really love the fact they beefed up the cupola and now it requires APCR to pin it. Which means if they try and shoot you from long range, you don't just get tore up. If you're up close, people can still pin it. So you don't want to like nose scrape with people. But yeah, me trying to keep up with Tom here is actually pretty effective. I go ahead and shoot the hill. But yeah, I don't normally play in this kind of position. Especially here. Trying out some new stuff. What I wanted to do is kind of, like I said, test out, is it possible? Is it actually possible to play this here? Seriously, is it possible to play this heavy tank? It's so maneuverable, and it's not exactly the fastest tank, especially on hills, but it does have benefits of gun depression, and since they've actually fixed that cap, like I said, it does require a very high pinning TD or armor-piercing composite rigids. So the goal here for me is to flank these guys once they commit. I know they know I'm here because of this T71 and I really want to get him. I don't know if you've seen that, but the angle in which I got pinned at was actually on my track, and it somehow deflected in and pinned me. Which is one of those random things I've had happen before where it should never have pinned. It should have actually just deflected right off the front. But, I mean, hey, you know what? Everybody gets a lucky shot. Sometimes RNG and other things don't work in your favor. So, yeah, I'm not going to be rolling like 10 kills or anything in this. This was actually I wanted to test it. So, that, I believe it was, this is where it's kind of weird. Like, I nailed this guy with a pretty decent shot from long range, and this is where I was going to go and say that, does this tank really need to be taken out of the game? I'm going to say it's very overpowered. It is. I would say that the Grizzly, well, I'll just say the Grizzly is a much better tank when it comes to survivability in a match, because it can do 65 kilometers, and as long as you can get a detection on him. On this map, that tank doesn't ever do the best. I've seen it do really well, but only if it sat in the spawn and waited for people to come there, or if it just attacked left, or if it waited until just the right moment and came in to dump off its clip and then drove off. Which does leave it handicapped. I mean, if you guys don't know it, if you count 6 shots, he's fired all of his in his mag, and that basically means that he has about a almost 60-second reload, which you can pretty much, with almost any tier 10 heavy, take him out from the go. And you can see we got a T57. He does not have a shot on me really that well, but he is firing all kinds of stuff all over the place, and I go ahead and hit him. You guys can see, this is my probing tank. Yeah, I've been playing a lot more tier 10s recently. Well, I'll just say I'm kind of tired of running into clans that we actually play in the tournament, and all they ever seem to be playing is tier 10s, and I myself don't want to be buying silver, so I usually end up playing a lot of lower tiers, and whenever I do, I always seem to run into fellow clans like Let's see, like, I think I've ran into, let me see, I think it's 8-bit. I always run into 8-bit, and they're always running, you know, a bigger tank. Me and Tom have actually run into 8-bit before, and they were running nothing but Cromwell Bs. Now, they have a lot of guys in their clan, so I'm not saying, you know, anything other than that. So there's a Death Star over there. There's a Death Star, and I want to get him, but I also don't want to get Death Starred, so I go ahead and shoot and somehow bounce that thing. The tier 7 version of that, from what Tom was telling me, is really troll. There's like only a couple places that you can pin it. And of course I take a devastating shot from the Death Star. I'm sorry, it was a Yagaru. Sorry about that. I was actually thinking Yagaru, but I got shot by the Death Star. So we can see that there's guys behind us, and I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to pop out one more time just to get a spot. And I go ahead and try and side scrape the best I can. See if I can get any spots on him. It does seem like he backed off. And I get 6 cents and detected. There he is. So I go ahead and go forward. Now I'm going to go ahead and just retreat. So, our artillery's been pretty spot on, I'm going to tell you. So I've been trying to use this as a medium tank. If you guys look, I'm playing in a medium tank area, or even a light tank area. And so Action X over here, and the E5 following slowly in pursuit. So I'm down to like no hit points. So like I said in this video, I've actually found that you can play this in multiple roles. Like seriously, it's got really good range on it. Now a lot of that's been nerfed. Since the last time I played this, I did notice that long range shots just don't seem to hit home as much with heavies. I think they actually kind of did this. I think they made it so that if you're a medium tank, you can fire like long range shots and hit with more accuracy to give them more of a chance to pin a heavy from the front. Well, not from the front, from the sides. But this thing, in all heavies, I've noticed at long range, something around anything beyond 400 meters seems to not be so hot. So since everybody's attacking, I want to get up here. I got a kill. Not really too worried about anything because, well, I haven't fired any heat rounds. Not planning on it. I do want to get this Yagaru. And I'm going to go and say I really like the Yagaru, but when it comes down to the end of the game, it's so slow turning. I actually have both perks on it. Seriously, I have both perks that help you to spin. You can see here, I somehow hit a rock. I don't know what the hell. I know better than to do that. So, like I said, not the best game, but being able to play in the middle of the map with this is pretty crazy. Seriously. I still couldn't believe it. Now, obviously, there's no reason to go for this guy, but you never know, you know? He might turn around, and he might clutch it. You never know. I've done it before. Yeah. So, pretty good game. Me and Tom tearing him up. Yeah, like I said, at least I did close to my damage. I mean, they say that you can actually tell how good a person is if they do their own damage with a tank, which isn't all the time, but I did do that. You can see I got some spotted target hits and stuff like that, which made me go, you know, this thing really is kind of like really super versatile. It's one of the most versatile tanks in the game, I think. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good one. Later.